Which obviously this is not a strange question for you since 80% of your congregation is in the GLBT community. But this is a great question for a lot of our viewers and readers, which is if you could say something to the gay and lesbian community, what would you want to say? Or if you would like to impart knowledge of to all the people who but view this, what would you want to impart to them, for them to say to the gay or lesbian community?
I say it all the time, and let me put it in a different context. I'm a female, obviously. It took a huge move on the part of my sisters. I'm 75, so really some who were younger than I, to get the feminist movement going. They burst a boil, or lanced a boil, that needed to be lanced. I find I'm not a good feminist. I have 7 children. You can't be a feminist with credibility and have 7 children.
Yeah.
But anyway, I applaud what they did. I think it's wonderful. But you can't pick the scab off of a boil that's healing. And so I find myself short, maybe, with my feminist friends who want to keep running it up the flagpole. Because what you do is you become identified by your thrust. And when nobody is thrusting back, you have to keep thrusting just in order to have your identity.
Wow.
What you lose is who you are once the problem is solved or near solved. This one is almost solved. Now, easy for me to say. I'm obviously not lesbian. Easy for me to say is the answer. No, it's not easy. But if you look at it in terms of the feminine or the feminist argument, and understand that as a woman, I walked that road, and I still say to my stridently feminist friends, you're not serving the cause well, and what you're really doing is giving yourself a continued self-identity instead of struggling to find a new one in a society where nobody is pushing back, or where the pushback is not sufficient to justify the shove you're giving it.
Right.
The difference between lancing a boil and picking at the scab after it begins to heal. And that may be a simplistic way to put it, but I think it's a serious, serious issue. I think that you can talk gender just so long, and as things begin to change, and they're clearly changing now, then there needs to be a graciousness, and there needs to be the courage to self-identify around something else. Maybe to self-identify around a PTA for gay parents, or something. I don't really mean that, but something that shows the next step of who and what you are.
Cool.
So you're right. I say that to all of my dear friends at Holy Trinity, and they just roll their eyes. Or to Susan Russell, who leads Integrity, which is the Episcopal Church's movement, as you know. And we're good friends and colleagues, and she just says, or Louis Crew, and they just say, you don't understand. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't understand, but I do understand the female thing.
Yeah.
And I have the same reaction in the same sense. Learn when you're picking a scab as opposed to lancing a boil.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Much love. All right.
Okay.